specific videos of what to post, anything. You have so much knowledge, and it's not necessarily market knowledge. It doesn't have to be days on market, the average days on the average price. Nobody cares about that. Population, nobody cares. They want to know, are the streets good? How are the schools? How long is the commute from the base to the house? And where's the nearest Whole Foods? Where's the nearest bar? It's lifestyle that they're looking for that you can talk about, and then that helps you get your people even more so.
It's not about the views. You may only have a few views. It's about clients and conversion. So give yourself some time, give yourself some patience. Welcome back, everyone. We are talking organic lead generation, how top agents do it. No paid ads, no Zillow leads, just organic lead gen strategies from top agents. And today I am so excited because we are talking to, oh, look at her. She's ready to go. We're talking to Allie, and she is going to share how she generates leads from YouTube long form video. Allie, thanks so much for joining us. And let's talk about YouTube, because you generate buyer leads off of long form YouTube. So tell us all about it.
Yeah. So I've been an agent for 4 years, two-time icon. And for the last 2 years, I have not done any outbound prospecting. It has all been 100% inbound, thanks to long form videos on YouTube. And I've spoken about this actually at EXPCon and EXP Regional Rally last month in Alberta, in Canada. They flew me up there, and where I gave away like my entire playbook. Long form videos are where people go to learn, to educate. And a nerdy NAR stat is 25% of real estate agents have a YouTube channel. So if you think that this market is saturated, it is not. Because out of those 25% of realtors that have a channel, most of them do the boring stuff, which is just the listing video with some music, no face, no name, no audio of themselves talking about it, no personality. So now is the time to get in and dominate, and you don't need a big channel.
25%, wow, of agents have a YouTube channel. So huge takeaway there. It's not too late, because agents say, oh, everybody's doing content. I can't do it. But the reality is they're not. And when you say long form, how long is long form?
The average video that I put out on my channel is about 20 minutes, sometimes 25. I have videos as long as 45 minutes and as short as 6. But overall, the longer you can keep somebody on while providing value and keeping it entertaining, the better. Never make a video longer than it has to be. As soon as the value is over and if you told the person how to contact you, cut the video.
Give us the playbook. Give us the highlights of the playbook. What is this providing value content in this long form video on YouTube look like?
Yeah, so at least one long form video a week. I'll back up a little bit actually. I think of marketing versus sales as opposite sides of a seesaw. So a lot of agents that I actually like coach with YouTube, a lot of them are on a team, they're being fed leads, and they want to find their own because maybe they can get a higher split, maybe they want to leave the team, and as they should, you learn how to feed yourself. So in the beginning, a lot of agents are 100% in sales. And Naval Ravikant, I love this like philosopher. I don't know if you've heard of him. His quote is, "You're doing sales because you suck at marketing." So the faster you can get out of being fed leads and chasing business, begging for their time, begging for their money, and instead change the seesaw to be heavily way more so on YouTube, where you're providing value at a time that you want, editing that you want, and you're waking up to text messages saying, Wendy booked a buyer call with you today at 4. Larry booked an EXP discovery call tomorrow at 2. And you're getting all these inbounds, and it changes the way that you do business because you start working.
Right? So for those of us that can see us, right, we've got the seesaw visual happening.
Yep. Exactly. At that point, you are no longer begging for other people to choose you. You are choosing who you work with. You are choosing your price point. It got to the point where I had so many clients, I increased my prices. And I follow Alex Hormozy very closely, and he says anytime after you track your sales, if over 50% of people are saying yes to your price, it's time to increase your price. And I have been continuing to increase it. every 5 people. And so as
That's
far as specific videos of what to post, usually that's the next question. It's like, well, what do I
yeah,
post?
yeah,
Anything. You have so much knowledge, and it's not necessarily market knowledge. It doesn't have to be days on market, the average days on, the average price. Nobody cares about that. Population, nobody cares. They want to know, are the streets good? How are the schools? How long is the commute from the base to the house?
yeah.
And where's the nearest Whole Foods? Where's the nearest bar? It's lifestyle that they're looking for that you can talk about, and then that helps you get your people even more so.
That's right. It's like with the experience I'm going to have in the neighborhoods that you live in, that you sell real estate in, that you are out in every single day, driving around, experiencing every day. Share that information. That's
Yes.
great. Tell us about the first time that you turned on the camera and like shot a video.
I scripted the entire thing.
Okay.
So I read word for word, and I don't even think I had a teleprompter. At least now there are teleprompters. I'm sure there were some then too. But you could see my eyes darting left, right. And I was trying to you know, overcome it with extra personality. But it was so bad. And I think it's still up there too. But whatever, I let it live. Um, Over time, you need to know your call to action always and just the main bullet points of where you want the conversation to go. And then naturally you're going to insert your stories, insert your personality, your dog, your spouse, the good, the bad. A lot of people shy away from bad, but that is where I get the clients. They say, "Ali, you're the only realtor talking about the negatives of Tucson. That's why we're hiring you. We're hiring you for your personality." And so lean into it.
You just got to turn on that camera and do it. We say that like all the time, that that is as easy as it is, and let your personality shine and be that person that you are when you show up for a showing, right? Like that's who they're going to meet in real life. Just be that person, have that conversation about your market. Give us some other tactical advice for those agents that like want to start generating their own organic leads, are on the fence on YouTube as a strategy. What are some other things they should be thinking about?
I would say starting from today, if you want to get into YouTube, think of yourself as a stranger in your own town, in your own city. What are like it's the stories and advice that you're giving your clients. Hey, by the way, we don't really have trash cans out in the street. You're gonna have to hold it into your car. You have to bring it into the establishment. We don't have whatever it is that you know, but you're passing by because you live in your city. So it's become your normal. But think of yourself as as a complete stranger in your town and start making a note in your Apple phone or whatever phone you have. Make a note of the positives, the strange, the good, the bad, and every one of those can be stories that you incorporate into your titles, into your videos. The top 10 videos to make are establishing. I think of YouTube videos as two different types of videos. One, will get more attraction, more viewers, more audience, and they will funnel them into your converting pieces. So what grabs attention is going to be stuff like pros and cons of living in Tucson, Arizona, the good, bad, the ugly of everything you need to know about living in Tucson, PCS in a Davis Monthan. Well, not those words specifically, so it's very narrowed, but everything you need to know, cost of living in city, that's a big one. And all of those you can remake every 6 months, every year. And then you can post more videos of more converting type. So, what is it like to buy the VA loan in Tucson right now? And that's where you're telling people of like the seller concessions, the days on market, that it's a buyer's market, but nothing crazy. Sellers are getting 4% off. So we're not going to be offering 20% off. You'll take like the bigger, the feeder videos, feed them to your converting, and the call to action is once you know that you're looking to PCS to Davis Monthan, I am your girl. Reach out to me. The only way to book a call with me is to schedule the link in the description that I'll take you to my calendar or Calendly, and I will be the one seeing you face to face over Zoom. I look forward to working with you.
Those keywords of things to know, those are great sort of video headlines. And I always find start with kind of the big idea, and then you can build kind of almost the bullet points of your content from that kind of headline of the video from there. So I think that's a great takeaway, like a great idea to build your content around that. Um, let's end on this one to give people kind of like a takeaway to like kind of get them started. If there was like one thing that they should do like tomorrow to get their YouTube channel started, what should that thing be?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is I have a video on my channel on how to create your own YouTube channel.
That's the thing. Okay. So, what is
So
your channel? So, Allie the agent.
yep, Allie the Agent is my channel on YouTube. That will help. I mean, the purpose of that is to help real estate agents. No matter what brokerage you're in, I don't care. Let's better this industry because it needs to be better. So on there, just search the word YouTube. I have 3 long form videos on there. One is how to set up your channel. Number
Yeah,
2 is me working with a client on how to make sure that everything is SEO optimized. But
great.
really, the biggest thing is once you have your channel, great, but you need to record. And a lot of agents are like, "Well, I'm just too busy. I had something in my teeth. Bad hair day. I don't
My
do what
hair
you need
isn't
to do." Yes, do what you need to do. Take a, just do what you need to do
Just
to
do it.
record
Yeah.
even if it's somebody, if it's a friend following you around, say like an intern or a new agent, hey, just hit record and ask me a question about anything related to real estate.
Yes.
And because luckily for the viewers right now, YouTube is kind of going back into a little bit more of a raw type of feel. Nobody wants
Yes.
a
Nobody wants
commercial.
this over AI sort of content. They
Yes.
want the real deal content.
That now screams salesy. So the more raw you can be, they'll be like, "Oh, this person isn't a YouTuber. They're a real estate agent and they can help me."
Yes.
And that as long as you have the call to action saying, start the funnel, the Calendly, everyone can use the questions that I use on how to screen out, the good and the bad clients.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I'm happy to share anything if people reach out to me on Ally the Agent on everywhere, Instagram.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I want to highlight one other thing that you said in closing, and that was that views don't count. So don't get hung up if you only have a few views. It's not about the views. You may only have a few views, it's about clients and conversion. So give yourself some time, give yourself some patience. Remember, like it only takes a few clients to turn into those relationships that turns into those transactions. And that's what this is about. Don't get caught up in the vanity of I need thousands and thousands of views in order to make this worthwhile. That is not the metrics of success that we're looking for here.
Yes, yes. If I could add specific numbers to that, my channel has 1,200 subscribers. That's it. That might sound like a lot to some, but it's not a lot. And I
Yeah.
sell 30 homes every single year from that channel. It's only increasing.
Yes.
So 30 homes at a point where I have increased my price point several times. That makes a big difference. So don't think that you need a lot of views at all. At all.
Yes, exactly. So thank you so much, Allie, for sharing. Let's hope that everyone takes this advice and uses it to go increase their organic lead gen as we move into 2026. Thank you again.
Thanks, Wendy.